Hello again from the Cannon Academy. We are a homeschool, and I am a homeschool grandma. I am without children once again today. So I just wanted to go over a little bit about how I'm going to be changing up what my videos are. I'm still only allowed to do 15-minute videos because I do not have enough subscribers. You need to have more than 100 subscribers to have longer videos. I am going to start breaking things down as like language arts, and I'll do like start over with lesson 1, so forth, for preschool, ages 2 to 5, and then I will also do it for a separate video for the math for the same level. Somewhere along the lines, after I get the first 5 or 6 of those videos out, I will try to do kindergarten through first grade or kindergarten through second grade, and I will throw out a few for older children as well, with little tips and tricks for them that I have learned over the years teaching other children that has been helpful to them to learn various different things. Now, the problem is I do not own the rights to any of the workbooks that I have. So occasionally I will try to use one, but I will put in the description what that was and that I do not own the rights to that. And I will give you the information that I know of where you might be able to find that work. Otherwise, I will be looking at that information from the other books and trying to modify it into something that I can do on my own, either on the chalkboard, a whiteboard, a magnetic board, or by drawing it up on a worksheet myself, with a similar look to teach that specific task. I hope this is making sense. And it's really hard not having children here of all the ages so that you can see how this would work out and everything. But I am very passionate about homeschooling. I wished I could have done it with my older children and everything, but I'm going to do what I can in the meantime for as many other children as I can and try to help right where I can by doing these videos. I know a lot of parents are looking for things where they already have guidance or something, so even if you just look at 1 or 2 of my videos and say, okay, this is how you do it, but I would do this differently, or I would do it this way, that's fine. Just use it as a base, and if you want to use it as a lesson, that's fine. And please always, if you like it and find it helpful, like it, share it, subscribe. It helps me out and lets me know what I'm doing. Please leave comments wherever you can. Go to my YouTube channel. Send me something. Like I said, it's just a struggle right now to do this without children. I know it's worked in the past. Each child is different. So one child may learn by doing it, another child may learn by listening, and another child might be off playing and listening and still learning. Some children like to write things, a lot of children do not. So you kind of have to make that a game. I wouldn't push the writing until they're ready. If necessary, use wipe off things. Try to use a blackboard. You can use a cup of water and a paintbrush and let them do it that way. You can take their books, and let me see real quick if I can find a page like I would be describing to you. And this happens to be a pre-K book, but it doesn't really matter what book it is, what grade level you're talking about. There are going to be pages where the children are supposed to write the words into the line. Now, if they can't write, you can cut the words out. Now I would be careful because there is another side to the page, which is one thing. I understand they're saving trees, but at the same time it makes it kind of difficult. So if you happen to have a printer of some sort, you might make a copy and then cut the words out and let them take a glue stick, rub it on there, and stick the right word. And you can explain to them that summer starts with an S and a U, but spring starts with an S and a P. Fall starts with an F, and winter starts with a W. And then talk about the pictures and say which one of these would go there. Another thing you can do is, like this particular page says to draw a line to the right picture. And you can do that on other pages for older children where they have 6 or 7 words at the top of a page, but they're really supposed to write it in. You can still have them draw a line to where that's supposed to be written. And that way they're not doing a lot of handwriting if they don't like to do it. What else? Back to the videos I'm going to do. I will start out on the preschool ones. We will go over, you'll see a lot of repetitive things, and then as we work into the next grade levels, it might still cover the same topics, but it will expand by the grade level. For instance, preschool shapes, it would be mostly picking out the shapes, probably cutting and pasting, drawing lines to the matching shape or the matching shadow, things like that. And there's a lot of similar pages to that in first grade, in kindergarten. But then also along about first grade, you would start learning that a circle is a circle when they show a flat picture. But on the same picture, if they show lighting and shadowing on it, they're trying to show that it is a sphere, like a ball. And if you're lucky enough to get shape pictures that depict those, which I have on my living room wall, and they've been up there for the last 8 to 9 years, then the children can refer to those. Now I also lucked out at a auction at Christie's auction house. They were doing a closeout for an educational store, and I was able to get my hands on some hard foam shapes, so I will get those out when the children are ready. You can use blocks. If your blocks have some of the similar shapes, you can do that. You can take a birthday hat and show them that's a cone and stuff. If you have a play set with cowboys and Indians and it has teepees and log cabins, you can show them that a teepee is a cone shape and things. Just go through, put it in perspective. As far as vowels and things, we will build on that with reading skills as it goes up each level, and we will get into digraphs and blends and things like that, and writing sentences, reading sentences, word meanings, things like that. And this is why I'm kind of wanting to split it up, and I still haven't decided how I want to do science and social studies yet. Social studies will, and history, geography will probably all be put into their own video. And I can do that at various different grade levels and try to build on it and offer suggestions so that if your child's a little more advanced, you can build on it further. I wouldn't suggest taking anything from history, geography, or science and making it last 6 weeks for any child, no matter how gifted they are, because they are going to lose their minds if you make them drag it out for that long. If they are truly gifted and advanced, they do not need that. Give them projects for a week or 2 on a specific area and move on to the next. Let them cover as much information as they want to. No worries, because the following year, guess what? Every scope and sequence Every syllabus that I have ever printed out is the same. Every year they start all over again. First we're going to study apples and fall harvest. Then we study plants. Then we're going to study animals and non-living things, so forth and so on. We study this country in September and this one in October, and so on. And it just repeats every year. Now, if you don't finish a textbook or your studies at the end of the year, don't worry. Carry it over to the beginning of the next year, or do it for summer school. It's no big deal. Something that I realized is from when I was in school is we never finished our books. Now, some schools do, I guess, and some still don't. So that's a thought. Before you do your review at the beginning of the following year, which everybody does because that's the way all the workbooks and the textbooks are set up, I would go and cover that last bit of information, like I said, either in summer school or fall. And then around near Christmas break, Thanksgiving, Christmas break, then I would do the review work, unless you're already there a few months earlier, depending on when you do your school year. School years here in Indiana, as long as you account for 180 days, you're good. You can start your school year anytime you want. If you want to start next year's schoolwork today, more power to you. If you want to start it in the middle of summer, fine. If you want to wait till after Labor Day or even after Halloween, you can do that. As long as you count out 180 days from there. Don't forget to count any breaks that you want to allow for your vacations and things. And just know, things come up in life. Funerals, illnesses, unexpected company. I mean, it's going to happen. Just be flexible, take the day off or several days and come back to it. Don't worry about it. Just keep counting your 180 days. If a child is sick, don't worry about it. Mark them sick on your attendance and move on. As long as you cover that 180 days of instruction, stop and think about it. In public school, your child has a chance at 180 days. But if they're sick, that counts against them, but not against the school. In homeschooling, you're going to make that up because you're going to have a day where it was like pulling teeth and it took you 6 hours to do 10 math problems or one reading assignment or something. But then there are going to be other days where your child's going to say, oh, I like this story, well, let me keep reading, and they're going to finish the whole thing in a day versus 3 or 4 days. They're going to get all their math assignment done and go and do the next lesson because they like it. It's easy. They've got this. So you will make it up the instruction with no problem. I hope that you found this informative. I hope that you're going to like the new way that I'm doing my videos. And I hope that when I get to the ones for the older children that you will like them also. Again, please like and subscribe below. And feel free to comment so I know what to change up, what's not working, what is working, and if you have any other questions. So thank you from the Cannon Academy Homeschool. Bye-bye.